Welcome back to the Baldwin Kids Podcast, a space dedicated to discussing sociopolitics, mental health issues, and nerd culture. I am the cream-filled K.
And I'm the Zesty Vesty.
Don't you mean Zesty Vesta?
Zesty Vesty.
I came all the way out here just to... Anyway.
You know, I've been planning that since I saw it, so...
Sure, Jay.
I just didn't want to type it in because I didn't want to... I wanted your reaction to it.
This is why... See, this is...
Thank you.
This is why you
I'll be here all night.
Oh, shut up. You know what? I'm going to let you have that, and we're going to dive in. No Trey songs, because we got a lot to do.
Whoever that is.
Anyway.
And that's some stripper in Atlanta.
Anyway. All right, so first and foremost, we're going to dive right into our usual Democrypts and Republicans section.
Yep.
Though I don't think I've ever actually said that was the name of this segment on the air just yet.
As many times as you said Democrats and Republicans, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I take that back. I was going to say that's heavily implied, but...
Yeah, well, Democrypts and Republicans. Mm-hmm. All right, so we're going to start in that section with a subsection I'd like to call Chronicles of Thinly Veiled Racism. I was going to call it, The Wall, but I don't want to get sued by Pink Floyd.
True.
So,
Only good use of that name, actually, is that album. But go on.
So, when we started this podcast, we swore up and down that we were going to try our best not to talk about... not try to avoid talking about President Donnie as much as possible. Mm-hmm. But it seems that he is just shoving his tiny hands everywhere.
I was going to say, it's spreading like a plague.
Yeah, just a bit.
Into like every facet of media.
Yeah, like...
if it's not about him, he got something to do with it.
Well, I mean, if it's not about him, he doesn't even read it, so... I mean, anyway. So, can we talk about this primetime stunt? This whole 10-minute or...
So that I didn't... I heard he was trying to do it, and I just didn't care enough to. I think I had money to make or something. But.
I had better things to do. I was Marie Kondoing my closet when it happened. So I got a really clean closet out of it, and I'm sure Stormy Daniels got a lot of her laundry folded. Uh-oh. Because she said that during his address she's going to be folding laundry in her underwear. I love her. And I'm already here for it.
Go ahead, girl.
And I'm sure she got plenty of views, but I didn't have the patience. I checked in on a couple of highlights because...
What are you saying? Because I didn't...
So, there were a bunch of stretched truths and outright lies and all that fun stuff. Some of the biggest things he was talking about was about the massive amounts of drugs and stuff coming up from the southern border, which, one, is already a dog whistle.
Yeah.
Two, is not true, because the majority of drugs come in by boat.
Yep.
Which a wall will not address.
Ew.
Do I need to leave Maya out of this?
Yes.
But there were nearly $2 million of fentanyl that came in a port in Philly. Mm-hmm. In a port in Philadelphia. Born and raised. No, I'm not gonna. But how's the wall gonna stop that? How's the wall gonna
not? I hate that.
And how's
literally? This is just the whole wall thing and people supporting it. It's like having to it's that shit that animals do when they have to assert their dominance. Doesn't do anything. Really,
but
it just makes it boosts the ego. It does whether it stops anything or not. It's like, hey, we built a wall because we don't like you. That's all. It can have any kind of reason thrown onto it to justify it, quote unquote. But that's all it has ever seemed like to me.
Like stopping, quote unquote, stopping illegal immigration, which no, it won't. Over 40% of illegal immigrants are here by an overstayed visa, but mm-hmm. Facts don't matter. The fact that people can build tunnels under this wall.
And already have.
And in fact, people showed him the tunnels under the mm-hmm. present border, but go off, I guess.
Who was that? The former president who climbed over the wall and just sat on it?
Yeah.
That picture is my energy for 2019.
Yeah,
That one picture.
yeah, no, I haven't found a picture for my 2019 energy. I know that I'm re-upping my do no harm, take no shit mentality that I took at the beginning of 18. Except instead of focusing more on the do no harm, I'm focusing on the take no shit.
Yup.
People are getting blocked. People are getting cussed out and then blocked. People are getting blocked in real life. Like, do me dirty. And
Throw a bow. Just throw a whole ass bow at us.
yep. But like, this wall isn't gonna do anything, and this is like buried back in my This is buried way back in our files. But I've got something here. If you give me a minute, I can find it. But I've got something here where it was quite literally somebody just saying, here, I pulled all of this stuff from conservative sources saying why the wall is a bad idea. Yeah. It's not just a liberal thing. It is an objective thing that it is going to be a massive waste of money, waste of time, waste of resources, waste of people, waste of materials, waste of my patience.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say my wig. My wig don't go to shit.
Oh, no.
This wig stays glued down. Got to be glue wear. But yeah, it's just, I don't have any more to say about it because it's just so done out. Like, it's just a prolonged annoyance.
Yeah, and I'm like 55, 60 different shades of over it.
Yeah, same.
Just like I can be over the wall by flying to Mexico because
literally,
because
like, hello,
that's a thing that can be done.
Hello. All right.
But logic and facts.
Yeah.
They just got to be loud and wrong. Oh, hang on.
While you're looking for it,
I can't find it, but I did find a fact check.
Okay.
From the Tribune about his immigration address.
Yeah.
Let's see. Drugs. Our southern border is a pipeline for vast quantities of illegal drugs, including meth, heroin, cocaine, and fentanyl. Every week, 300 of our citizens are killed by heroin alone, 90% of which floods across from our southern border. No. The DEA is like, oh no, girl.
No.
The DEA says only a small percentage of heroin seized by U.S. authorities comes across on territory between ports of entry. The same is true of drugs generally. Most common trafficking technique is to hide drugs in passenger vehicles or tractor trailers as they drive into the U.S. through entry ports. Blah, 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 cargo trains and tunnels. All these methods that won't be choked off by a border wall.
Literally. So,
let's see, what else did he say? Democrats will not fund border security. No, that's not true. They just don't want to fund it.
They don't want to fund a big ass fucking wall.
They want to give some money to it to like fix up some of the areas, which I guess.
Right.
But like a flat out big ass concrete wall, no.
And then he's talking about. Did he mention steel somewhere? Is that old?
Steel
slats. He mentioned steel or something.
That's been popping up here and there.
Bitch.
Let's see.
You literally have the whole government shut down for this. This sounds like
This is you know what this is
mess.
You know what I think we're gonna put the link to the Tribune fact check in our show notes because I'm not gonna waste everybody's time just half-heartedly humming Star Wars themes while going through this. But the fact of the matter is he may have had some points that are on the same block as actual truth.
If that.
But that's about it.
But
can we also jump on a quick sidebar about Donnie Jr.?
Oh yeah.
Like
he just
so your daddy compared Latino people to or called them criminals and rapists and drug dealers and some I assume are good people. And so Donnie Jr., who is a great example of the apple not falling far from the tree, said something along the lines of, you know why I enjoy the day at the zoo? Because they have walls.
Can I bring up an anecdote for that?
Oh, please do, girl.
The Bronx Zoo is one of the most amazing zoos in the world. I love it to death. My family loves it to death. It was one of the best zoos. You know what they actually don't have? They don't have glass enclosures for a lot of their animals. And I know one thing in the bird exhibit for sure. You could walk up to like the little pole they have there for you that they hold up the information about. But if the birds felt like it, they could just land on your shoulder out of the exhibit.
Mm-hmm.
The Madagascar exhibit, you just walk through where they all are. There's no wall around them. The only thing that there is walls around is like tigers and rhinoceroses and lions and things that can hurt you. But you know why there's walls around them? Because it's known that they will hurt you if they feel like it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the point here. Sure, it works because yes, animals are dangerous to humans, but it's also because humans
are dangerous
to animals. So realistically, I'd be for this wall if it's to keep us in instead of keeping them out.
Because Americans are trash too.
Just personal anecdote for that because I hated that comparison.
Yeah, same. So anyway, we can move on from them. Actually, yeah, we can move on from them, or Donnie Jr. specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Can we talk about the fact that he swore up and down that he never said that Mexico was going to pay for the wall?
So you know how many people reported on that have audio files and MP4s?
Audio and video and all that and transcripts and stuff
of you saying at like so many rallies that Mexico was going to pay for the wall. So now you didn't say that. All right.
Oh sure, Jan.
All right.
Like really. You know what? Let's move on to more positive things because honestly, I'm here for better hair and better people overall. Namely, standing for AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who is one of my current political favorites.
Yeah.
Oh God, what is this face?
This is the face I think of whenever I hear you do that voice. You just gotta do the dog booty hole lip and just.
Dog booty hole lip.
You've never heard that before?
No.
It's a drag queen, and that's how they do their lips. It looks like a dog booty hole. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. Thank you, Miles J, for that knowledge.
I did not subscribe.
Sponsored. Well, please, I did not just subscribe to that bullshit.
Okay, so anyway, let's get back on topic. So starting with Ms. Ocasio-Cortez. So she's proposing like a 70% marginal tax rate. For those troglodytes that don't fully understand what that means if you have regular 30-ish% taxes up to making $1 million.
Yes.
On your first dollar past that million, that's when you get smacked with that 70%. Which I feel like 70% is where it should start, and then just keep going astronomically higher until these multi-billionaires, like the soon-to-be divorced Jeff Bezos, is paying like 95% taxes on his billions, because nobody needs that much goddamn money.
Nobody, sorry.
No one person needs that much money. No. It can be argued that a massive company would need several $1 billion to keep itself running.
But
that's
person?
One thing, but not one person.
No, that
is just disgusting.
Yeah.
Moving on from that, though, the fact that in the 60 Minutes interview with Anderson Cooper, she flat out said that President Donnie was a racist. And I'm just over here getting my life, because she's like,
I pressed the wrong button.
My wig.
There we go. We need to find labels for. We need to make miniature labels for these buttons.
Just on the buttons.
Just draw like a miniature wig on one of these buttons. Draw like a draw like a fan on another.
Just put one of Jill Scott's wigs.
No.
What?
Not Jill Scott.
Listen.
Don't do her.
Listen.
Like this. We are getting off topic as fuck.
Listen.
Now.
Okay, cool. Jill Scott may have 75 million wigs to
fake sucking dick on a microphone on.
Okay, I was gonna go further than that, but that's so back. So what we were saying.
So back to my current political fave. Well, one of my political faves. She flat out called him a racist, and Anderson Cooper tried to get her to soften the blow. She's like, she's just like, no. No, no, he's a racist, and then doubled down on it on Twitter, and then came for somebody else's edges and was like, I've got these hostage. You might want to rethink what you said, because someone said, I wish I had the tweet in front of me right now, but I'm still learning to navigate Twitter, so bear with me. I'll get better with it. God, that makes me feel like an old man. I don't understand how the tweeter works. Anyway, but yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how exactly. I'm still trying to figure out. Are you done? Are you done? Anyway,
sound like a butt cheek flapping in the wind.
So she flat out said to him, she's like, you said racially tinged? I think you meant racist.
Oh. Did someone say racially tinged? What does that mean?
That's a reporter's wishy-washy way of saying racist without actually saying racist.
That's
like
is that a term?
Bitch, if it steps like a goose and it howls like a goose.
No, wait. Is that a term? It's actually been used?
Yeah.
Like, how long? This can't be. That's not new, is it?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing with reporting is that a lot of times, like official reporters and journalists, until someone has been convicted, has to be very cagey about how they say certain things to avoid libel suits. So I fucking can't. But like I like love her. Anyway. Speaking of badass Latina women, though,
yeah,
can we bring up Ms. Ana Navarro?
Yeah,
who is just
that
not with
is
the
my
shit.
favorite.
Okay, hang on. Let me preface this by saying Ana Navarro is an avowed Republican.
Yes.
Okay. And the thing is, with me, I'm one of those like bleeding heart, kind of liberal, mostly fuck you and everything else kind of people.
It's very accurate.
But I have a lot of respect for Ana Navarro.
Yes.
Partially because she just likes to drag these hoes left and right, calling him President Loco left and right. But partially because she takes her stances and backs her stances up with facts and demands facts in return if there's going to be a debate with her. Which is why there's no point of even naming him. Some Fox jackass tried to hit her with some alternative facts, and she like unfurled.
Time for the.
She was like, okay, I'm not even here for this nonsense. I've heard this 100 times.
She pulled out a nail file and was like, you know what? I need to go.
Ooh, girl, I need to push my cuticles back.
And they got upset.
Are you done?
And they were like, oh, she's filing her nail. You know, and then you heard what he said afterwards, right?
No, well, I did, but it kind of got lost.
It was right after. He was like, you know who else can file their nails? The millions of dead people from da-da-da.
And she's just like...
And she looked at him like...
She
gave
him... Vesta, she gave him the auntie face.
Sure. Oh, she sure did.
She looked at him like, okay.
Like, not even regular auntie, bougie auntie. She was just
the one with the sedity ass black.
Oh yeah, with the Gucci she bought off the street in the Bronx. Oops. Oopsie.
Oh, oops. Oh my. Anyway. But, like, she was not with the shit. I'm honestly every shade of here for it. Like, yes, keep coming for wigs, keep coming for edges.
Please.
Like, half of these men are already balding.
So
They're already balding, so they don't have much edges to talk about. So, for them to keep ripping them back and forth, you wonder. But, like...
That was legendary.
Calling him President Loco. Speaking of different names for him before I move on... I've got half of mine to just start referring to him as President Anita Wall. Somebody, I'm hoping some of you have seen this.
Here's the thing.
Hold on. Let me set the stage. Allow me to set the scene. So somebody took a head-on picture of President Donnie and photoshopped him to look like a drag queen, like brows on point, lashes on fleek, outfit just bedazzled in rhinestone dollar signs. Bedecked and bedazzling.
Oh.
And it was like Miss Anita Wall coming to the stage, And I'm just over here like I can almost see it. I can almost see it, and it's ridiculous. Do we want to talk about this last one? Because it's actually kind of depressing.
Depressing and really uncomfortable, and requires a trigger warning. So,
do we want to just move on then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Short version. Fuck him.
Yes. Yeah. Let's leave that.
Yeah. You know what? Just Cliff Notes version, because now that we mention it, I kind of feel bad, and I hate leaving people hanging. Okay. Cliff Notes version, I'm not gonna get to in detail, but there was a mysterious pregnancy and birth, and the CEO of the place where this happened mysteriously resigned.
Not to mention the woman was catatonic
for a decade and a half. But
we're leaving it at that.
We're leaving it at that because we're not. It's no. Moving on to our rapid fire section.
Pew pew. Skirt. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, why are we like this? Why are you like this? Are you done? Are you done?
Vesta's a trap artist now, everybody.
Okay. Anyway. So, we're going to start off with something, and obviously there's a teeny tiny quick trigger warning about this part. There were a pair of women assaulted a trans woman in a bathroom in North Carolina.
Oh, yeah? Oh, word? Okay, I thought that was going to be the opposite situation.
Yeah, I thought the trans people were the threat. I thought all the trans women were just men in dresses lying in wait.
That shit doesn't add up.
No, girl, they're just going in there to pee and fix the makeup. But, just like you.
Mm-hmm. But now, I don't hear nobody talking about it now. Although, I want to add on to this. It's a different story. I don't know how old it is. It might be a little old Yeah, but it was the trans woman who has been going viral for the temper tantrum in the gaming store.
Oh, and the trans woman that was upset in the GameStop saying it's ma'am because they kept sirring her.
Oh yeah, don't defend that because if you do, you ain't shit. Because people are going around saying, "Oh well, she should have been so upset about it and it was out of line and yada yada." And I won't excuse that because nothing really. It didn't. She didn't have to escalate it that far, but
at the same time, she could have been getting misgendered.
She was misgendered, corrected them, and then misgendered again on purpose. That's that. That's it.
That's the issue.
You can't defend that. That's it for that one.
Okay. Yeah. Moving on. We've got a couple of presidential candidates throwing their hat in.
Yeah.
We've got Julian Castro. And Tulsi Gabbard. Now, personally, I don't know too much about either of these people. I'm going to keep, an ear to the ground and keep you all updated as soon as I can.
You didn't have to drop like 17 octaves steadily. No. So next.
Thank you. Next. All right. So, no, I'm not letting you get any more hold music this time, Beach.
You already saw my face. I'm like, if you laugh for more than 5 seconds, I'm playing a hold music break.
We're fighting. Anyway, so the GoFundMe for the wall, which was, hang on, I've actually got the last number of it, because I took a quick screenshot before they started refunding.
Refunding?
Yes, before they started refunding.
Oh, I love Eartha Kitt. But listen.
You will take Madame Zeroni off the mountain. Anyway, so last I looked, as of January 11th, that GoFundMe was sitting at just under 20.2 million. GoFundMe was like, GoFundMe was like, you failed. You guys don't understand how math works and how fucking big a billion is. Can I just drop a quick little reminder again so people can put it in perspective?
I called this out. I called that out a while ago. I said GoFundMe's terms and conditions. If you don't use that money for its designated purpose, it's gonna get refunded. By law, if the government gets money, it goes just into a rainy day jar somewhere for them to spend for something else
or the equivalent thereof.
Yeah, basically. So I saw that coming a mile away, and everybody else who didn't.
See, that's not my point though. Like,
What's your point, though?
I'm just reiterating the point that you bitches don't understand math and how math works and how fucking big a billion is. Cause a million seconds, and like I said, I think we've gone over this like an episode or two ago. A million seconds, just under 12 days.
Yeah.
A billion seconds, just under 32 years.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
next. Last but not least, and this we might go in on this for a second.
Yep.
So there is an event.
Oh, I was being irresponsible.
Oh, Vesta didn't silence it. La 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 la.
You know what?
Last but not least, here we go. An evangelical group is saying it's getting death threats after its leader's lynching bill remarks. Here we go. I just pulled up the article. Liberty Counsel says its members' lives are in danger after news reports about its founders' comments on the inclusion of LGBTQ people in an anti-lynching bill.
Oh no!
So, I think they're learning.
You're being threatened death because you called for death.
And I'm sure some people are going to try to spin this into so much for the tolerant left or something like that.
Oh, suck my ass.
Yeah.
Kiss my ass.
Suck my ass after
We're going to be tolerant of someone calling for death? No, we're not.
It's the paradox of tolerance, which I feel like we could damn near dedicate a whole episode to.
Yeah.
Because the paradox of tolerance is that you can tolerate everything but intolerance. Mm-hmm. And that's what this is. They're hang on. Boo, boo, boo. Ugh. Bear with me. So it's basically, I'm trying to find exactly where he said it. Circle the wagon, blah 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 blah. His organization is lobbying lawmakers in the House to have them remove the bill's sexual orientation and gender identity language before taking a vote. Like, my thing over here is like, minding your business is free.
Really?
Like, minding your business is free. And, like, are you paying my bills? Are you paying my taxes?
Are you eating my ass?
Are you
sucking my dick?
Are we sleeping together? Are you doing any of these things with me personally or any of our ilk?
No.
No.
No. No.
Are you
sounded like an echo.
Like,
but yeah.
I can't get over these evangelicals that are so obsessed with what everybody else is doing.
Like, we get it. You weren't invited to the orgy party with. Oh, that's gonna get too messed up.
That's gonna get a little messy. I mean, if they're never mind, let me not, because that's.
Let me just leave it on a single note. So.
But like the fact that the fact that they want people like us removed from the anti-lynching bill.
Yeah, literally.
Is that like? Are you just?
You literally are just doing this for attention.
A, you're doing this for attention. B, this, a savvy enough lawyer could probably twist that into a distant assault charge.
Really?
Because you're saying, yeah, let us beat on them, beat on the gays and the trans people.
Like, y'all are really this pressed about us being the baddest bitches in the game.
Exactly. Like, I mean, girl, I can give you like eyebrow threading tips and makeup tips and how to actually exfoliate so you don't look.
I can tell you what shea butter is.
Exactly. So you don't look like a 200-year-old
prune.
Exactly. But that's too much like right. Intique.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye.
Oh, I love it so much. I love it. All right.
Like, girl, hush. Anyway, we're going to move on to some more positive things because, honestly, we need it. And there's been an influx of positivity, though one of these stories might be tinged a little bit. So, I'm going to actually jump off book for a second.
Oh.
Marseille Martin.
What?
Do you not know what she did?
No.
Have you not seen the trailer for Little yet?
No.
Hold, please. And thank you for holding.
I hope you guys aren't tired of that hold music because it will not leave.
So Vesta hadn't seen the trailer for Little, and I did want to give it a quick mention. I do side eye the ending of it because my pretty staunch bullying. Well, I mean, kinda anti spanking stance.
Yeah.
But the rest of that trailer had me cracking up because Marseille Martin, who, by the way, and this is why this is part of the palette clones. Vesta shudders every time I say it like that. But how can you not? It is the palette clones.
Sounds like.
Anyway,
God, that just sounds like.
Anyway, Marseille Martin is the youngest executive director in history at the age of 14 years old.
Yes.
So, yes, Black Girl Magic, though I still side-eye that spanking thing at the very end. Hopefully that's the only time that happens in the movie.
I hope so.
Because I might go see it. But, speaking of black excellence in movies, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse also won an award for the won a Golden Globe for the best animated film. Which, sidebar, the co-director of the movie was also the first black director of any major animated movie with Rise of the Guardians from 2012.
Which was a bop.
Which, like, I feel like that movie was drastically underrated.
Yes.
But we can save standing for that movie for the nerd section later on. For further palette cleansing, Centoya got Clemency. Are you preparing to cover your ears from like, can you feel a brand new day? Can you feel a brand new day? So I
know anytime I'm gonna pop in the Wiz to watch it, I'm skipping that song because of this podcast.
Rude. Anyway, she has been granted clemency, which to me is not total justice, but it's something. She's still gonna have it on her record and everything.
Is she getting probation or something?
Yeah, she's got like a decade of probation. But August, I believe it's August 10th or something.
Yeah.
She will be released from prison, and August 10th is the 15th anniversary of her initial arrest, which I'm side-eyeing the fact that he wanted to keep her in for that much longer. But at the same time, a couple of quick Facebook searches will find some websites where you can put money on her books and help her last couple months in prison be as comfortable as possible. I'm here for it.
I'm about to do that with my next paycheck. Go off, girl.
I should have done a little. I feel like I should have watched this movie just so I can get a better idea of what it was about. But Smoke Signals, which is a culturally significant movie about Native Americans, got added to the National Film Registry a whole 2 decades after it came out. But you know. It's something.
It's something.
I may have further comment on that movie on our next episode if I get the chance to watch it or if I can find a source for it. But still, nice.
Yeah.
There are currently 3 major Broadway parts being played by black actors now, and I'm here for it.
I thought I told you to leave Maya alone at the beginning.
I can't.
So yeah, I'm hyped for.
Yeah. So we've got the Broadway production, the current run of Wicked, being fronted by Glinda, played by Brittany Johnson.
That looks so good on her.
That wig is like
that wig looks so good on
like
her.
that is like Beyonce and Eve levels of sickening blonde. Beyonce, Eve, and Mary J levels of sickening blonde on a black woman. That honey blonde.
Oh,
yes.
Lord. Okay.
We've also got Noma Dumezweni. I'm hoping I'm saying that properly. Playing Hermione in Harry Potter and the Cursed Child.
Which, by Harry Potter, but hello to Melanie Hermione Granger.
And which, the way that she was described in the books, before anybody tries to at me on Twitter or send us any hot emails, she was described as having bushy hair and being very clever.
Yep.
So why wouldn't that be a smart black girl? Anyway, and last but not least, and this one I can't wait to hear I can't wait to bathe in the tears. We've got Anna from the Broadway production of Frozen being played by Aisha Jackson.
No, I love that, but they could have given her a better wig.
They could have given her a better wig, but at the same time,
but then again, it is Frozen. So.
She also has to change wigs like 3 times in the show, though.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
So, like, quantity over quality in this case. And last but not least, for our palette clones, as it happens, that thing that came out about The Rock turns out to be completely false.
Y'all leave my... Ooh, that would have came out so wrong. Y'all leave my daddy alone.
My mom will teleport into here and fight you.
That's nice. Vin Diesel and The Rock are mine. They can run the train on me. What?
Moving on.
What? Was that shade to what I said, or like to Vin Diesel and The Rock?
I plead the fifth.
What you got to say about Vin Diesel?
I plead the fifth.
What do you have to say about Vin Diesel?
To stop hitting the damn desk.
Tell me now.
Actually, I've got nothing.
You little bitch, you had me this high. You had me scrap. But yeah, that who faked that?
It was some UK tabloid that I'm not even giving any attention to.
Okay, I figured. I'm like, is it a tabloid that made some shit up like that?
It was some British tabloid that had nothing better to do.
The Rock makes too much money to have. He makes too much money to be
trash.
That trash, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
Yeah, but yeah, he's not trash, so some of my friends can go back to standing for him unashamedly. That actually is it.
Yeah.
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 So we're gonna move on to our first musical break, which I believe is a new song by you. Yes, we have a listen of a brand new track made by our very own Vesta called Pressure.
I'll just leave it at that. It explains itself.
I love it. So sit back, relax, and enjoy some sweet tunes by Vesta.
God.
We'll be back, y'all.
Locked hands on my pillow. A tender kiss to the sky.
You guys enjoyed that. I know I did. Alright, so we're moving into our mental health segment. So before we get into deep, as always, we're a couple of loudmouths with some recording equipment, a controller, a bunch of mics, some software and stuff. So please take what we say with
a shed aquarium of salt.
I was going to say a B-52 of salt, but sure.
That's boring.
But what about the Love Shack?
No. Ew.
What?
So anyway.
But I got me a car. It's as big as a whale. And we're heading on down to the Love Shack. Anyway.
We have no... I was going to be so mean.
Please don't. Anyway, like I said, please take what we say with a considerable amount of salt. So, this is going to be kind of a different type of mental health segment. I feel like we're going to be periodically doing this because we are both black individuals who have dealings with several things mental health related. I feel like it's important for us to kind of just check in with each other and check in with you all about just how you doing. You don't get to count me down.
Okay. No, I was just like, if you go past that 5 seconds, I'm hold musicing you.
We are not hold musicing these people twice.
But I can't. Oh, I hate that. I hate that so much. But anyway. Yeah.
So, like I said, I feel like it's important for us to check in periodically, like how we're doing with our meds, how we're doing with our mental health state, how we've been, interacting with people, if we've been trying to avoid things and some such. Just because talking about it more does, progressively remove the stigma from it. I have a type of chronic depression that doesn't make me any more or less valuable than than a person that doesn't.
Right.
So, do you want me to go first, or? All right. So, me personally, I've been kind of in a fog as of late.
Same.
I don't know if it's kind of just the post-holiday bleh.
Yeah.
Is that not an accurate noise, though?
No, I'm just saying yeah to that.
I thought that was an ew.
Oh, that too, but I said it in my head.
Yeah, it's just a lot of post-holiday bleh going on. I'm kind of keeping my eyes open for alternative forms of employment. I've been doing my best to try to keep my spirits up, especially with the days being as short as they are. I'm not getting, blasted with as much vitamin D as I'd like to.
Yeah. It's so true. Oh, Lord.
And I'm not 5 years old. I am an adult, and I'm going to continue without cracking that joke.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I was like, what the fuck is this you're talking about? I'm like, what in the hell? Oh, my God.
Ooh, I don't think the mics like that very much.
Oh no, these mics are about to crap out on me in a minute.
This mic is going to jump off and yell at us, be like, shut the fuck up. Anyway, I'm doing okay. I'm not going to get too far into the, gory details of it, but I've been not feeling the best about my body overall.
Oh, real shit.
And
it comes in waves, and I don't like it.
Yeah, and I'm currently under a pretty deep one. But
I hate it.
But I'm doing my best to fight through it. I've been trying to work on my coping mechanisms, trying to use what my therapist taught me to help try to combat some of these cyclical thought patterns. I've been really getting into the importance of close relationships, be it with friends or family. In my case, it's much more heavily about friends.
Yeah.
I'm not all that close to my family for a whole host of reasons, but we're not going to get into that because I'm sure we've gotten into it before.
Listen, that's a whole episode.
But I've been friends of mine have been checking in on me. I've been trying to check in on them, and sometimes it's just kind of hokey memes or whatever sent back and forth. Sometimes it's
the 2019 way of checking in on your friends.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's you doing okay sometimes.
Yes.
And I'm not gonna mention him too much because I don't know if he wants his name mentioned on here. But a friend of mine, let's just call him JR. I know that he's in my inbox or in my text messages pretty frequently, just checking on me. We try to check on each other and goof off, and sometimes we'll hang out periodically, and more often than not, there's not much to it. we'll grab something to drink, split a bowl, maybe
That's all
three.
you need, really.
Yeah, but grab something to drink, split a bowl, and like giggle at some ridiculous YouTube stuff or stuff like that, just to try to lift each other's
It's
spirits.
very relaxing.
And you know, I I don't know if I've actually said this to him in person, but he's one of the people that I would gladly take a whole host of bullets for if the need arose. So yeah, and I also know that he's an avid listener.
Hey, boo.
And I'm trying to think of an inside joke or something to remind him of who I'm talking about. Oh, stop apologizing.
I don't even get that, so that's fine.
No. He'll know what it means. Because I know one of the last texts I sent him was something along the lines I told him I was in the middle of something, and then the next message behind that was, don't apologize, I already know it's coming.
Oh.
He's like, don't at me like this. But yeah, he's somebody extremely important to me. And that's not saying that any of my other friends are not. I also don't have pseudonyms just on deck for them.
True.
But a lot of my friends, like other ones that are like just like me being depressed and needing somebody to be there for me, I'm in turn trying to be there for somebody else. I don't know. I'm not sure what to call him. This is another friend of mine. Let's just call him Ragnar.
Okay.
Ragnar just went through like this colossal breakup. And I'm stop scrunching up your face to try to think of who he is.
Stop. Leave me alone.
But Ragnar just went through a huge breakup and is picking up the pieces. And I'm doing my best to check in on him periodically, get him out of the house so he's not stuck in his head too much, and just try to be there for him, to be a listening ear. I'm trying my best to stay, relatively neutral through the whole breakup thing because I'm also friends with his ex. And I don't want to take a side in the breakup of the relationship, because that wouldn't be fair to either friendship.
Real shit. Yeah.
But at the same time, if he needs somebody to listen when he's venting about something that went on with the relationship that he didn't like, yeah, my inbox is wide open. I'm trying to think of somebody else, because I like threes.
That was a noise.
No, because I'm trying to think of another one. But the thing is that I don't know. I like trying my best to make sure that people are okay. I don't expect to win the lottery or anytime soon, or just to bless random people with thousands of dollars to solve all of their problems. I'm not Oprah. I don't have an enchanted forest.
God damn it.
She has an orchard.
Oh, shush.
But I'm not that, up there, but I still try to do what I can.
We all wish we were. Good God.
And I feel like, being there for people is one of the more important things you can do, because you don't know what an impact you might have on somebody can be.
Right.
But anyway, that's my soapbox. How you doing?
I have been in a very weird state lately. I've been trying different ways of helping with my just anxiety on top of medication. I won't say I've actually been more of a hermit this past week than anything, because I've been inside a lot.
And working.
Which is stressful. You said what?
And working.
And working. That's literally all I do. If I'm not out somewhere, I'm working, or I'm asleep to get ready for work the next day.
Yep.
But
that's a mood.
But I've been in a really weird funk with my anxiety lately. I've also experienced for the first time not missing meds one day, and
which was not fun.
Oh my God! And it was a busy night at work, so I didn't think about it until it was an evening shift. So that means I stay up as late as possible so I can wake up as late as possible. So I'm you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're adjusting your circadian rhythm to match the shift.
Yeah, so that I'm not dead by the time my shift starts. And one of the things that happened because of that was I was really groggy, and all I did was shower, get dressed, go to work, Didn't take my meds, didn't take my vitamins, didn't take any of it. And at work, I was a hot mess. I'm sure I looked hot as hell because my work uniform is sickening. But sure I look like a stressed potato. But,
Not a stressed potato!
woo, steamed. So, but I've been trying CBD because someone got me a Christmas present that was a CBD. It was a vape, but my cartridges were just CBD oil. Like, I don't take too well to THC, and nicotine is a no-no for me. So that has had both good and weird effects on me. Good in that I've slept for a really long time.
Yeah, you just...
The first night I did it, I slept 11 hours.
Damn.
Yeah, I slept for a long time. The first few nights I took it.
I mean, granted, CBD, if you're not careful, that will have you sleeping through whole entire alarms, too.
Yeah, if I work in the morning, I never take it if I have work in like a morning, anytime before noon. Because if I do, I'll be fine. But yeah, I've taken it when I have off days, and I knocked clean out, and I look at the phone, and it's like 1:30 in the afternoon. And I'm like, woo, Chile. But it also has had weird effects on
your dreams,
my
right?
dreams. Yeah, those have been weird. I don't know if it's from the CBD or not, but they haven't been this weird since I started using the vape. And I'm like, whoa, I don't know how I feel about this one. The benefits are so good that this is like a mild, you know what I mean? Like, I'm willing to put up with it. But same thing with the body image stuff. I feel like our cycles of that are very different, in that yours are very large and they kind of go, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like I'll feel like shit about my body for a while,
and then you go back up and you're good,
and I feel sickening, and then I go back.
Mine goes back and forth. Like, at one point I could say daily it could do that, where like some mornings I get up, I'm like, wow, I look fantastic, and other mornings I'm like, wow, I look like a crouton. So like, yeah, that's been a struggle for me lately. But you know what helps with that? That is potentially going to get my wallet in trouble. ASOS.
Oh Lord.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Because you've been buying stuff. I'm planning on buying things because I'm planning on looking sickening and snatched for pride.
Oh yeah. ASOS.com, y'all, they got some good shit, and the outlet section's cheap.
We're not
sponsored. Just saying.
That's Vesta's fave.
Yeah. But that's pretty much it for me, honestly.
Yeah. As a quick side note, by the time this episode drops, we'll be sitting at roughly 188 days until WakandaCon.
God, you have a counter.
I have a countdown app on my phone. This is one of those things that has been helping, honestly, because until I found out about WakandaCon happening again, I was in a pretty bad funk because holidays fucked me up so bad.
That's real shit.
And then, you know, I got told by somebody, and I promise you...
Just remelanated.
Like, no, let me, like, I wish you could have been there to see this. I find this out, I look at the phone, I'm like, what? I stand up out of my chair and I'm pacing up and down the house.
Oh my god.
Super excited about, you know, WakandaCon happening again.
Didn't you call me?
No, I talked to you the next day because it was like 10 or something at night.
No, because you were pacing up and down the hallway. Oh, no. Okay, I do remember that night.
The reason I bring up WakandaCon, though, in the time until then, is because I need to get this body together if I'm going to be walking out like one of the Jabari.
We're not doing this again. Not that sound either. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just stacked. So y'all gonna get this Big Mac body.
And the Vesta stacked, and that's a fact. Ain't holding nothing back.
That's exactly why I said that.
Anyway, before we catch a case. Before we catch a case, let's call it a day for our mental health section.
Yeah.
So, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, I believe we have another musical break on the horizon.
Yes, it's called, again, Mr. Fahrenheit's gonna kill me for forgetting all his song names. Easy is what it's called.
Easy?
Easy.
Okay.
I don't really... The song's called Easy. I don't really know why.
All right, because I'm betting if you asked him, it'd be anything but to have made that song.
Oh yeah.
But so enjoy something easy, and we'll be right back. And welcome back.
Yeah.
So we're back and better than ever. So we're going to dive right into our nerd culture. So first and foremost, as usual, our Steven Universe thing. But
we ain't talking about it this episode.
Not that we're not interested in it, but I feel like we won't have a whole lot to say about it. So we're going to... we're gonna save the analysis of this episode and the next one.
I will bring up two things, not regarding the episode, like the contents of the episode, but a lot of people were very disappointed with this episode because they were complaining that it was so hyped up for so long and da da da. It was never hyped up. Rebecca just played the song that was gonna be in the episode a year ago, and y'all hyped it up yourselves, and you were disappointed. So. Get off of it. But second, that song is sickening. I'll play it for you afterwards.
Okay. But yeah, we're going to reserve our Steven Universe stuff for our next episode. Mm-hmm. So stay tuned. Will the Diamonds battle Steven? Will Garnet reform? Will Steven finally get taller? Find out next time.
Wow, don't come for my honey bun like that. Don't ever.
I couldn't think of a third thing, so I had to come up with something.
Terrible.
Because he got skinnier, but he hasn't gotten taller.
Leave Steven alone.
Yeah, which, by the way, that's kind of just like a random theory. Steven started the series off really chubby.
Yeah.
And then at this point, he's just like on the slim side of husky. Mm-hmm. And somebody posted the idea of maybe using his abilities burns the shit out of calories.
Yeah, I read that one a while ago. It makes sense.
Right. And because he's using his abilities, because he's gotten so much more comfortable with them and uses them all the time now, it would only make sense that it would just burn off.
Right.
But we're going to move on to what I have been gagging about for the past couple of... Don't roll your eyes. What I have been gagging about... Okay, so do you want to fight?
You can.
Anyway, C2E2.
Oh, yeah.
C2E2 is a convention held in Chicago at the McCormick Place every year, sometime between late March to late April.
Should you explain what C2E2 stands for?
I was getting to that. C2E2 is shorthand for Chicago Comic and Entertainment Expo. Mm-hmm. Like I said, it's a convention held in the McCormick Center. It's huge. I've gone every year since I learned about what it was, and I mostly go for the voice actors because in some world, in some way, at some point, I would like to become a voice actor.
Oh, we had no idea.
You had no idea?
We had no idea you wanted to be a voice. None. In the slightest.
So I maintain my statement. Do you want to fight?
Okay, go on.
Anyway, so the guest list is... Clearly I can talk. Anyway, the guest list has been progressively added onto more and more as time has gone by. So far, and it looks like Vesta's bringing up the guest list. May I?
No.
Because I know who these people are more than you.
Yeah, well, I'm looking for one in particular.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Don't make me have to pull it up myself.
Actually, there's a couple. Go on.
So, long story short, I'm super excited for the guest list. There's been a couple of people that have been announced that I am getting my entire life about. Oh, now you want to hand it over? Okay.
Yeah, because I was making sure I remembered correctly.
All right. So the people that well, I'm going to roll off the whole list of names really quickly.
Yeah.
Alicia Silverstone from Clueless and American Woman, who Amy Jo Johnson, who is who was the original Pink Ranger from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Oh, yeah.
And pretty much anybody who has any like for femmes, which includes me, despite what some of y'all may think. Don't smile like that. We will fight. Anyway, Amy Jo Johnson was the original Pink Ranger for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and I had the biggest crush on her.
Yeah.
We've also got Breckin Meyer from Clueless and Supermansion. We've got Carolina Ravassa, who is the voice of Sombra from Overwatch.
Yes, girl.
We've got Christopher Sabat, which you should be excited about.
I sure am.
So Christopher Sabat, for those who don't know, has had a couple of voices in a lot of anime, but his biggest roles, I guess, were in the Dragon Ball Z series as Piccolo, as Vegeta, and as Vesta's favorite, Yamcha. I don't get it, but okay. Are you done? Are you done?
My pussy's Christopher Sabat is hot. And so is Yamcha.
I get... no, but okay. I don't agree.
You leave Yamcha alone. You can have your opinion.
How about
leave my man alone?
I have never understood the attraction to like fictional characters like that. So, I mean, like my exception is Alex Kingston as River Song specifically, because just her whole personality and stuff in that character is just spoilers.
Close your legs.
Can you? Anyway, next we've got Clark Gregg, aka Agent Coulson, who everybody stand for some reason. Colin O'Donnell. I'm not too clear on who he is. He was an Arrow and Chicago Med. We've got Donald Faison, bringing some black excellence to.
I love him.
He was Turk in Scrubs.
That's my favorite.
And he was one of my favorite characters in that series. We've got Jennifer Hale returning.
I love her so much.
Jennifer Hale,
so much.
who is most commonly known for playing female Commander Shepard in the Mass Effect series, as well as Ash, one of the new characters in Overwatch.
Right.
We've got Jim Cornette. I don't know her. No, I don't know who he
wrestling
is.
Or something.
He's some kind of wrestling king, some kind of big guy in wrestling. I have never been that into wrestling, despite it being something that somebody who likes guys should be into, because there's a bunch of oiled up men touching each other in skimpy attire. But I'm just like, I'm over here like, but what about cartoons? Anyway, we've also got John Perlman, who I'm super excited about, who is most known for Doctor Who and Torchwood as Jack Harkness, as well as a couple of other roles hither and yon. Hither and yon. We've got John Francis Daly from Freaks and Geeks, and Waiting, I believe was the name of the other movie that he was in, that my younger brother adores. We've got Lucy Pohl, the voice of Mercy from Overwatch.
Yes.
Mercy is like the angel type one that heals. Martin Starr, who's also in Freaks and Geeks. Matt Smith.
Oh, yeah.
The 11th Doctor.
The doctor guy.
The doctor guy. The doctor guy.
Oh,
Vesta said the doctor guy. I'm going home. I'm out of here.
He's that one guy with the phone booth, right? I'm just kidding.
This is a series that has been going on longer than any of our parents have been on this planet, and you will serve it some respect. Better put some respect on that name. Anyway,
he's not my. I liked him as the Doctor, but he's not my favorite, and I don't remember the name of my favorite.
Do you remember what number? Or can you describe him? Because I can help with that.
No, but he was in the Weeping Angels debut. That one.
That's David Tennant.
My favorite.
Spiky, hair spiked up, blue suit, red Chuck Taylors?
Yes.
That's David Tennant. That's the 10th Doctor.
Yes. My favorite.
Ugh. Why did you mention them now? Just,
Don't wait.
I hate fictional things. Don't normally creep me out, but the Weeping Angels just make my skin crawl.
It's like you reincarnated to be an angel.
Next we've got. I hate you right now. Next we've got the global winner of the puberty games, also known as Matthew Lewis, who started off as like the awkwardly chubby Neville Longbottom, and then like grew up, glowed up, and
hello,
and showed up to stunt on everybody with a jawline that'll cut glass, flawless teeth, and just seems like a good person overall.
Yes.
We've got Maurice LaMarche, who, if I remember correctly, was Pinky from Pinky and the Brain.
He was in the Animaniacs. I forget which brother.
I forget as well, unfortunately.
The taller one, I believe.
Yakko.
Yes.
We've got Ming Na Wen, a.k.a. Mulan. Like, when will my reflection show my wig again? Because I'm ready for it to come back.
Oh my God.
My wig.
We've got the ageless Paul Rudd from Ant-Man and Clueless. Like, do you realize this man is pushing 50, if I remember correctly?
I know.
He's in his either mid-40s or pushing 50 and looks amazing. Ralph Macchio from Cobra Kai and the Karate Kid, which, okay.
To the Cobra Kai.
We've got Rob Paulson, who is the Brain. And again, I could be getting Maurice LaMarche and Rob Paulson backwards for their roles. Don't crucify me for it. I don't remember offhand, and it's not credited for each character.
Right. I think you're right.
Anyway, we've also got Sean Schemmel, the voice of Goku from Dragon Ball Z. Incidentally, also the voice of Goku Black from Dragon Ball Super. But we're not going to get into his...
Everyone's favorite deadbeat dad.
Yeah, Goku wasn't shit as a dad. He really wasn't. Like, Piccolo, 1, got adopted by the black community, and 2, was a better dad to Gohan than Goku ever was. But, you know, we've also got Summer Glau, a.k.a. River Tam from Firefly and Serenity, who, I don't know if any of you have looked at the Facebook page to see how my hair is, but if I feel like I could do a half-decent Shepherd Book cosplay, and I kind of want to meet her with that cosplay going, just to see if if she has any kind of reaction out of it. And I'll have to show you when we're not recording. River's reaction to seeing Shepherd Book's hair untied was hilarious. We've got 2 people that I don't know that much about: Tyler Hecklin, Hoopla, Hootnanny.
Hoopla.
I don't know. Sounds like a lot of
Hoopla.
Anyway. And last but not least, we've got William Zabka from Cobra Kai and the Karate Kid.
Yeah,
and apparently he was in How I Met Your Mother.
I think that's Johnny Lawrence from Cobra Kai. So I'm vaguely aware of who he is.
But yeah, there's a lot of people here that I'm super excited for. If anybody wants... No, I'm kidding. Actually, I'm not completely kidding. If somebody wants to donate to the
if someone wants
to donate to
listen,
to donate to the half K meet all of his faves.
I need to meet Jennifer Hale and Ming Na Wen.
Yes.
Those 2, I would be set for life if I met those 2. Jennifer Hale, she's a queen to me.
Jennifer Hale has been voice acting 17 ever. She's up there with my fave, Steve Bloom, who I got to meet, and I will forever be squeaking about. What are you what are you doing?
Mind me.
I'm
trying to remember something.
Okay. Do we want to?
Yes. Okay.
Oh Lord.
So I was right. I was trying to make sure I didn't mix her up with one of her co-stars, but she was one of my favorite side characters, quote unquote, in BioShock.
I've actually never played the BioShock series.
BioShock Infinite. Sorry. She was Rosalind Lutece, and the Lutece twins are my aesthetic. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I was geeking out. About Bioshock for a second.
Then why are you giving me side eye? Because I'm gagging up, down, left, right, BA, select, start about a handful of people on here, namely Matt Smith and John Barrowman. Like, if nobody else, I want to get a picture with John Barrowman because I get the strong feeling that if I casually drop the fact that I do powerlifting, he's going to jump in my arms like a bridal carry to take the picture.
Oh my god.
Do you know, one, I will die.
Yeah.
He's not that heavy. He's not that heavy. No, I mean, just because I know a friend of mine will lose the entirety of his digestive system of his shit. Get it? It's gross, but get it? But, like, I'm just, like, excited to meet at least a couple of these people. I kind of want to meet John Francis Daly and take a picture with him to send to my younger brother, because I know he will just lose his mind about it. Because that was his favorite character in Waiting, even though he had, like, 3 lines.
Right.
Why is there bargain basement lady?
Shh. Mind me, I'm looking through the
Vesta's looking through the other. He's cute.
Who?
Him.
Oh yeah. Vibrator. Yeah.
But yeah, Vesta's looking at the other guests, the other industry guests. Just out of curiosity, you know what? Actually, who would be cool to see there though, and who would probably just like snatch wigs left and right? Sonic Fox.
Oh yeah. I would love to meet him.
Same. For those who don't know,
Jennifer Hale's so bad of a bitch she get mentioned twice.
Most of her work is in video games.
I know. I just like that I just like that a couple people are mentioned twice.
Because they're in video games.
Yeah, I get it. I know.
But anyway, I am gagging my soul out about this. That is the wrong phone.
Wow.
But yeah, I'm gagging my soul out about C2E2. It is happening really early this year for some reason.
Yes.
Because my second year, I wish I still had my badge from the first year so I could remember the dates. My second year was, 2017. And it was, I want to say the very end of April, like April 22nd. And then 2018 was like April 6th through the 8th. And now it's like before my birthday this time. So... yeah.
We're going.
We're basically going. I mean, if for no other reason, just for the fun.
I'm meeting Jennifer Hale. At least Jennifer Hale.
Oh, and we have to go to the Twisted Tunes thing, because you're gonna lose your mind, and when we're not recording, I'm gonna show you a clip of one of my favorites of it. Okay. Because it's hilarious.
Okay.
Basically, for those who don't know, the premise of it is that they get a script from a popular movie.
Oh, I've seen.
Okay. And they read off the script like actor A gets character A, actor B gets character B, and so on and so forth. But say actor A gets character A, but does character A as somebody from their sometimes somebody from their wheelhouse, sometimes somebody just random. Like the last one I went to was with Steve Bloom, and at one point Steve Bloom was asked to be a very dirty Elmo.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Oh my god.
And I about lost my shit. He also at one point did Vincent Valentine and almost melted into a fan puddle.
Woo!
Because
I would nut so hard. Go on.
Anyway, but yeah, I'm super excited. Clearly I'm a colossal nerd because like
we're both nerds
y'all should see the notes here.
Yeah.
Because everything is
fucking caps.
I'm excited.
I love it. Can you not right now?
Are you done?
Thank you. So,
anyway,
are we doing that?
No, we're not, because that happened over the phone.
That's fair.
We had a little bit of a Tomb Raider tangent over the phone, chit-chatting show stuff, but it's not as funny trying to make lightning strike twice. On the other hand, I think we have another thing to talk about. What was that built-up noise?
You didn't give me a signal. You didn't give me notice. Bitch, I had to scramble and make sure the bitch was even open.
Oh my god. You sounded like that girl from the Vine that was walking past in the store and looked over and saw like the scream went back down her throat. Anyway, so we got another thing to talk about. Am I going first or are you?
Yeah, because mine's short.
Okay.
Or should mine go first because it's short?
Oh yeah, get yours out of the way because I might be going for a bit.
All right, listen up, bitches.
Let me peel my wig back already.
So lately, people have been talking about this shutdown that Trump initiated about a month ago almost, and people have, to defend it. Obama did it to get Obamacare passed.
I swear to God, I'm gonna slap the next whatabout
bitch. And one person, it's weird. I see it on both liberal and conservative sides of like dumbasses, where like one person will state a fact that seems kind of accurate, and everyone uses it. Because I've never heard of this until just now. I've never heard people like writing about the Obama shutting down the government a while ago.
Except I could have sworn that was Congress that shut down the government.
I thought it was him. He did shut down the government. He did.
Okay.
However, let me get my because I went in on somebody about this a couple of times on Facebook, but I'll actually just find the explanation of it that someone did while citing, what is the name of that site? PolitiFacts? Is that what it is?
PolitiFact?
PolitiFact.
Politico?
Is that what it is? The one that like fact checks political shit.
I think that is PolitiFact.
Okay, thank you. Where is it? Okay, yeah. So Obama did it for healthcare and negotiated and compromised with Republicans as much as he could, which was the entirety of his 8 years in office. When he tried to do something, people would just say, if he said the sky was blue, they'd say it's orange just to spite him. You know what I mean?
And bitch McConnell flat out said that he was going to cut him off at every turn that he could.
Right, and that was what he did. To say Obama did shut down the government to force something to pass, which that something being Obamacare, is a lie. Because it was already passed when he shut the government down. Fact number 2, Obama shut it down for 16 days and had that shit open ASAP. We still in ours.
Trumpelstiltskin is
we're still in ours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And as a sidebar, a lot of these people who are working without paychecks, technically working for free, got outlawed, I believe, in the early 1890s.
Yes.
So you are fully within the law to just call the fuck off.
Right. And then like I'm trying to remember what else I said, but basically it was because they were trying to give as little money to Obamacare as possible at the time. So he shut down the government. Oh, he also shut it down because the debt ceiling was getting too high, and so he was trying to raise it to help fund certain things, including Obamacare.
I honestly, I wasn't that far into politics.
That's what my research found when I was looking up to drag this person by their fucking non-existent gritch fingers. But don't when you want to argue with somebody about some shit, no matter what side you're on.
This is like fucking kiwis and tomatoes.
The hell is that?
They're both fruit.
Oh,
but completely different. Completely different origins, completely different cultivation,
right,
and so on and so forth.
Obama did that for a good reason. This here wall shit
is not.
It's not. It's sorry.
God, I wish I had the article that I found a while ago that was using conservative sources.
Right.
That were reporting about this, that, and the other about why this wall is a bad idea.
Right.
These were conservative sources. This is Anita Wall's base.
Right. Wow.
What?
Get out of here with that shit. I hate that.
What, President Anita?
Anita, yeah. It's too good of a name for that dusty of an.
It's not my fault that his hair looks like a flaxseed mop.
Can you be louder? Thank you. It probably went off twice, but that's fine.
Carry on.
But yeah, that whole... When you want to argue with somebody, no matter what side you're on, look up some facts. Don't make them up. Don't go off of what people on Facebook are saying.
And for the love of God, don't go off of Breitbart. Don't go off of the Young Turks.
Please.
Those are both, like, super extremist.
Yeah, hardcore.
Like, I keep my ear to the ground. Mm-hmm. If the Young Turks bring something up, instead of accepting it carte blanche,
I'll look it up.
I'm going to look it up and see what is true and what isn't.
Right. So, and then when you lose the argument, lose correctly. Just go, okay, I'm wrong, sorry, and shut up.
Like what is? No, sorry, this is yours. Go on.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, that's the conclusion of my new drama. Why is that wrong? Why that's wrong? So,
like, what is so wrong with being able to admit that you're wrong?
Really?
I've been proven wrong online multiple times.
That's a lie.
And you know what happens when that happens?
Oh, okay.
I go, oh, my bad. I'll leave my
Really?
comments up for accountability, but
Literally, yeah.
thank you for telling me.
Literally, yeah. The only time I don't do that is when they're like an asshole about it, like unwarranted. That's the only time.
Yeah, because
bitch.
see, I had a resolution a couple years ago about not attacking people, but attacking their ideals and stances. But I won't attack the person. I'm not going to call you an idiot. I'm going to say that your ideas and such are idiotic.
Yeah.
But I will not directly call you one.
Meanwhile, I will if you come at me the wrong way. Only if you come at me the wrong way.
Oh no,
So, that's about it.
Yeah. Anyway.
Your turn.
Oh. So this first one's just going to be really quick. There was a story that popped up, I believe, in the New York Times that I'm going to actually find so I can actually quote it correctly. But the quote from that article was abhorrent. It was physically sickening. Mm-hmm. It's along the lines of somebody saying that they voted for Trump, but the problem is that he's not hurting the people that he was supposed to hurt.
Right.
And to which my immediate thought is, how inhuman are you?
Like, that's
how disgusting are you? I'm you know what? I'm willing to bet that this person calls themselves religious.
Mm-hmm. Guaranteed.
Because how... I don't even know where to start with this, because this goes so blatantly against your Jesus' teachings. You know, care for the poor, care for the,
care in general.
Exactly. But it's...
You literally out here
this is an
saying...
excerpt from somebody named... whose last name is Minton. She says... And I'm quoting, "I voted for him, and he's the one who's doing this." This is some Floridians' response after a hurricane. I can't find the full article right now. I'm sure I'll keep scrolling and find it. But I thought he was going to do good things. He's not hurting the people he needs to be hurting.
The fuck does that mean? Like,
here we go. It was in the. I was right. It was in the New York Times. Okay. It's this. How I am flabbergasted at the lack of empathy. Like, you're so focused on keeping these undesirables out, and I use undesirables with a gallon of air quotes.
Really?
You're so focused on keeping these undesirables out that you forget that the admonition that your very own Jesus Christ told you was to take care of people. Mm-hmm. You're completely going the wrong way about this whole immigration thing. Instead of forcing people to turn around and go back and stay out, what about, making it easier and not a sometimes several decades long process to actually immigrate to this country? Because people are like, oh, if they wanted to come to this country, they should have done it the right way. Blah, 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 blah. But bitch, the fact of the matter is that it's expensive. It's time consuming. You have to be able to take care of yourself in the time that you're trying to be approved to immigrate to here in the first place. It's not a simple process, you dizzy bitch.
Yeah, just do so legally. Oh,
okay.
Spoken from someone who's never had to immigrate anywhere before.
Exactly, and that's the thing. You talk about it as if it's so easy to do.
It really isn't.
It's not. There are people that, like I said, I've seen reports of people literally taking several decades to complete the immigration process.
There's been documentaries about that. Like, I forgot what it was called, what I watched. But yeah, some dude waited up to like 30, 40 years for...
I think the longest one I can think of off the top of my head was like a 32-year-long wait total from reaching the border to actually being given, citizenship. Mm-hmm. But it's so easy just to apply legally.
Just do it legally.
Why aren't these people advocating for more immigration officers? Why aren't these people advocating for training for more people to actually process the people that are trying to immigrate to this country? Because I am sure beyond the shadow of a doubt that if some family is fleeing from some bullshit that we probably caused, but if some family is fleeing from some bullshit, that they're trying to come here and make a better life for themselves. If there is somebody, if they're right at the border, there is a apply for immigration status here. There is a whole host of people willing to help you in any language you need. I am 100% sure that person will be like, oh, let's do this the right way so we don't get kicked the fuck out and turn and go into that office and get it taken the fuck care of. But no, we're going to try to turn them around and send them back to the conflict, again, that we probably caused.
Yeah. Directly or indirectly.
One or the other. And I am flabbergasted at this inhumanity.
Yeah, someone that, like you literally just said, people just deserve to be hurt just cause, basically. Well, we don't like them, so we need to elect Donald Trump so we can hurt these people. Oh, all right, girl.
Yeah, but that's not my big thing. My big thing, on the other hand, where is my note so I can make sure I've got it right? So we are beating a dead horse. Actually, no, we're not even beating a dead horse again. We're beating the patch of ground that the horse up and died on, rotted out of, fed the earth, and then reseeded and grew some grass back the fuck onto. You okay?
I hate that.
The problem is that it's fucking accurate. Yet again, this drug testing unemployment applicants thing, or drug testing assistance applicants is popping up again. When here's the gag. If you don't have money to survive, why would you have money for drugs?
Literally.
And the data backs this statement up. Each and every time that each and every state has implemented any kind of drug testing for any kind of welfare, unemployment, etc. applicants, I want to say that there were maybe a total of 15 people who failed in one way or another. No. 15-ish people that tested positive, and maybe twice that opted out. So you spend these millions of dollars on testing all of these people to catch less than 50, spending all this money and further stigmatizing all these people who can't afford to fucking eat. Right. Why is it that you think that it's okay to say, oh my God, you do this, that, and the other, you shouldn't eat, you need to die? What? And then you're going to get mad at these people because you implement this drug testing thing, and maybe, I don't know, let's just say it was some an example person, a 20-something that took a hit off a blunt at a party and then got, drug tested. No. No. Exactly. And again, I don't even have because I've had this argument so many goddamn times, and I'm sick and tired of it. Drug testing people who are applying for welfare makes no sense, does nothing but make drug testing companies money. If you were going to just give them a fucking tax break, if that's what your goal is to give them more money. I mean, it's not that hard. You do it all the time, giving random people who don't fucking need it tax breaks any the fuck way. So how about we just, help these people that need help? And while I'm on the subject, bitch fucking McConnell, how many times do you keep trying to say that we need to stop helping people? Oh, wait, wrong accent. Oh, we're helping people too much because his ass is from Kentucky. I can't even do a proper accent right now because I just fucking can't. Like, I am too much 312 right now. Chicago area code.
I know.
I fucking can't. Like, this baffles me. We have all these billions of dollars to try to throw at a wall, to throw at the military, to throw at all these congressmen and House representatives and president and vice president and speaker and this, that, and the others, salaries and stuff.
But some of these school districts still ain't got real food for lunch.
Exactly. These people are down here starving. There are parents going without food for days to make sure that their kids have food. We have crumbling infrastructure left, right, and center, but your main focus is making sure that these people who are already disadvantaged in the first place are further disadvantaged, and then they turn to doing something illegal so that way they can feed their fucking kids, and then, oh look, we can get them in the fucking jail system now, and then they're really fucked. Like, where is your humanity? Where is your compassion? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Right. That's the big question. What the hell is wrong with you?
Like, I get it. I'm not a perfect person. I can be shitty. I can have shitty opinions. I can have shitty mentality. I can do this, that, and the other like that. But the thing is,
this is like a whole. This is just.
If I see somebody hungry, I will feed them. I don't care if they've been doing drugs. I don't care if they've been drinking.
Attempt to do something.
If I have the ability to help, I will help.
Right.
And I don't have any kind of religious faith. I do stuff like this for the better of people. What does it say about them? What does it say about their faith that they justify all of this being shitty? I'm done. I'm finished. I'm done, because I can keep going on and on and on and on and on and on and on in circles. And y'all don't need to hear me get like... Y'all don't need to hear me go full Lafayette levels of fast talking. Or Lafayette or Jefferson.
Hamilton.
Don't shade Hamilton like this.
I'm not. I promise.
Because I want to see you try to keep up with him.
I can't even speak. Me and Beyonce are twins. Remember? We can't speak very well. Don't look at me. We can't talk.
Anyway.
We cannot talk. We don't enunciate well enough.
So
I've been practicing. I can't.
Meanwhile, I'm the thespian of the more recent thespian of the two of us. When was the last show you did?
Oh, you're much more recent than I am.
Okay, but
well, no, maybe not. When's the last time you did a show?
2016.
Oh yeah, you're more recent.
Give or take.
Mine was 2014.
But yeah, like one of the last directors I had was very, very specific about diction and clearly speaking so that the audience can understand you. I don't know why that turned into Maya.
I have a stutter, so.
So do I, especially like when I'm like really anxious. It there we go.
Yeah. I do that normally. I don't know why.
No, and that was a mild example. Like, it gets bad. But anyway, I am done. I am done. Bitch McConnell needs to take a long walk off a short pier off the end of a cliff.
Okay.
Not off a short pier because he can swim because he's a turtle. Am I not turtly enough for the Turtle Club? No, I'm not going to do that voice for the outro. It was tempting, though. Anyway. Alright, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, that is it for our this latest episode of the Ballin' Kids podcast. If you've got any questions, comments, great ideas for us, if you'd like to just drop a line and say hi, feel free to shoot us an email at askthebkcast@gmail.com. If you'd like to get a hold of me via Twitter, you can shoot me a tweet or a DM at the Iron Magnus. That is THEIRONMAGNUS.
I'm on there as the Moon Dancer or something.
Or something.
I haven't opened Twitter in a very long time. But if you want to try and talk to me through there, it's the Moon Dancer.
Okay. Feel free to shoot us a like on Facebook.
I'll be posting our individual Venmo links on our Facebooks.
No, he won't. No, he won't. Anyway,
so you can give us some money. I need to meet Jennifer.
Jesus. Anyway, on that note, we are a TSRP podcast network production, and we will see you all next time.
Bye.
Do better.